You can't really have bad days, brain foggy days, and still be able to get to your goal where you want to reach at. I didn't have any schedule, so I was sleeping random times around 2 a.m. some days, 10 p.m. I had a lot of brain fog. In sales, sometimes I wouldn't know how to answer the questions, and then I'm not able to close more people. We were doing around 35,000 with our agency, and I was stuck there for a couple months. Number one favorite thing was you guys being accountable and really taking care of your clients, really caring about your clients. I'm able to take better decisions now, and I'm able to close more deals. My service delivery or how I treat my clients changed. If you talk about the revenue, it has grown by 10-15,000 in the last 3-4 months. So we are doing around 47K.
So Harshdeep, I want to start this with you telling me kind of, or the people here that are watching this, give us an introduction about what you do, who you are, and let's kick it off from this.
Yeah, so I'm an agency owner. So what we do is we work with dental offices all over North America, and this time we are working over 65 plus offices. Started this 1.5-2 years ago almost.
Okay, cool. You're running an agency, and so what does performance in what we do here has to do with the agency? Why not invest more into hiring team members and building better SOPs, and instead of that invest into your performance?
So let's go back 3 or 4 months back, right? So why we got connected, because so we were doing around 35,000 with our agency, right? And I was stuck there for a couple months, 3 or 4 months, 4 or 5 months. And then I didn't have any schedule. So I was sleeping random times around 2 a.m. some days, 1 a.m. some days, 10 p.m., right? And I was waking up at random times as well, and sometimes I will just miss my team meetings and all that stuff. There was no proper schedule, right? And I felt that even while on the sales call and even while hiring more people, I had a lot of brain fog. I was some days I'm pretty sharp, I'm able to close all the people, and everything goes well, and some days I feel very emotional. I feel that brain fog if somebody's throwing an objection towards me, and it gets harder for me to answer because I couldn't think. And at that point, I was thinking, shit, something needs to be changed, in terms of my diet or my schedule or my lifestyle, that at least I don't face this problem. Because how, I was very intrigued by looking at all the entrepreneurs, online entrepreneurs, that how they function at the peak level, right? With all that focus and making the shit ton a lot of money, right? Making millions. Because you can't really have bad days, those emotional days or those brain foggy days, and still be able to get to your goal where you want to reach at, right? Because you have to operate at a different level. And that's I was thinking about to get into, not a program. I was doing research on my end. My uncle owns a men's vitality clinic, right? He just works with older people, right? And giving them TRT therapy and all that stuff, peptides and all that stuff, right? Giving them a boost to again get back into working out and their longevity and their physique and all that stuff. But it was more for older people. I don't think it was the right fit for me. And then I saw your ad on social media. I was like, this guy's talking about exactly what I'm going through. Right? It just triggered me, and that's when I scheduled a call with you. And then I saw you work with all these entrepreneurs, big entrepreneurs. Jordan Platten, one of the biggest guy in agency. And basically, I'm going to get into his program next month, this month, right? I'm getting in his program, and yeah, and I was like, okay, what's the secret? What's the secret sauce? And that's how we got connected. And then after that, again, as you mentioned, that higher spending on SOPs and all the other stuff is important. But what if you're not able to take those decisions properly, so that it's gonna result in a better, in the growth of the company, right? So in order to make sure I take the best decisions, I have to be focused, right? So I believe that was one of the main reasons I really wanted to invest into my health. If you talk about the business, and the second thing was longevity, right? So I wanted to I really focus, I really value my health. So that was the second reason we started this.
So you talked about a few different things here. You talked about that you had no schedule, and you were experiencing mood swings, and it was affecting how you showed up on calls. What would you say were you struggling with the most though? Before
sales, not sales not in terms of closing people, but in sales, sometimes I wouldn't know like how to answer the questions,
Hmm.
answer their
Okay.
questions or objections, right? So
And this is like, what does this have to do with your energy and your focus and your productivity and your performance, in your perspective?
because like that's what I felt, right? Some days I'm really sharp. I'm able to handle all the objections, close those people at the max level. And there are the days when I'm like, what the heck changed, right? I'm not able to answer any objection, or I'm not able to handle those objections accordingly. And then I'm not able to close more people, right? And also manage my team, right? Because
Hmm.
as if you have team members, you need to set the vision for your people. And if you're having those mood swings, how your team is going to rely on you or follow you, right? So I believe that's when I figured out something is wrong with my focus. Something is wrong, right? Something needs to be changed, and that's the reason we connected, because we need that peak level of performance or focus while we are working at all the times, right? So how like I that's how I thought, like, if I'm able to do that, I'll be able to grow my business to the next level and take better decisions.
Hmm. What I guess what were you expecting before joining? What exactly were you expecting to change?
I believe first thing was a diet, and second thing was definitely my sleep schedule. That was, I believe these were the two main things,
Hmm.
right?
What
Uh,
what exactly were you skeptical about before joining?
I wasn't skeptical at all. I believed in you. I wanted to join the program, so instead of joining right away, I told you that I want to get the equipment. Probably I'll join next month. But then I was like, then you offered me like a better deal, and then I was like, let's get started right now. I wasn't skeptical. I believed in Leah. Like, I watched all your videos and all that stuff, so I wasn't skeptical at all.
Can you summarize in about a minute or so exactly what we did to you and what we helped you do?
So I believe we started off with talking about the numbers, right? So we first of all we figured out, we did all the blood tests. You guys sent me an Aura ring, right, to track my sleep schedule, and yeah, we did the gut health test, right? All these three things so that we have data. And once we have data, and now you guys provided me with the right plan, first of all in my schedule, on based off how I operate within my agency, right? My timings that we have, like 9 to 6 Pacific time zone, Mondays to Saturdays, and on based off that, you guys created a plan for me. And secondly, after looking at all the blood work, you provided me with all the information that what are the things that we need to focus on, because I believe we had a chat regarding the diabetes, right? The pre-diabetic thing,
Hmm.
right? And
Yes.
that was really beneficial for me, because it really made sense to me, because I was having just one meal and it was just peaking my glucose levels, and that was the reason that the thing was off, right? The metrics, I don't remember the exact metric. And then thirdly, as you can see, I'm walking on this treadmill, the great tool, right? We added all these tools in the arsenal, and
Yes.
and yeah, man, like by tracking the sleep and all that stuff, we optimize every single thing, right? Week
Awesome.
after week.
Awesome. What was your number one favorite thing about working together?
Number one favorite thing was you guys being accountable and really taking care of your clients. Really caring about your clients. That changed my perspective, like, of me working with my clients.
Hmm. What do you mean?
I mean that when I said taking care of your clients, is like you really care about them. You really want to help them out, right? And also like you hopping on a calls every single week, right? Nick hopping on a calls and guiding me on based off like the stuff that I need to fix and all that stuff, right? I believe that was one of the main thing, and how much energy you should put. Like that was one of the main thing that I really changed like my perspective.
Okay. How so let's talk about how did the program affect you after 3 months or so. I think we worked together actually for more than 3 months. But
More than
how did it
3 months.
affect you after 3 to 4 months? How did it affect you up to this day?
So again, firstly, I would say I'm definitely able to see now that, hey, if I'm able to get a proper sleep and proper schedule, I will be more focused, right? I'm able to understand this whole thing now. That's the one thing. And then how does change my business is like in tremendous way, right? I'm able to take better decisions, right? We hired really good people now, and I'm able to close more deals, right? Close more people, right? Hop on a sales call with my peak performance, right? And definitely, if you talk about the revenue, it has grown by 10, 15,000 in the last 3, 4 months. So we are doing around 40, 45, 47K per month,
Nice.
around that. And we're growing, right? So we're building team. There are some issues that we need to fix, but again, it really helped me a lot in terms of like me solving the problems, closing deals, right? Me operating in my business right to the max level.
Somebody that's, let's say, at your level, 30 to 50K a month, and they're like, they know what to do, but they're like, they think it's maybe a leads problem or a marketing problem, but at the same time, they're kind of not really performing at their maximum potential, but they feel like it might not be the highest lever to pull, like the highest ROI lever to pull. So I guess,
Yeah.
who would you recommend this to specifically?
I would recommend this to anyone. First of all, who knows what they're doing. First of all, like they have the mindset that entrepreneur needs to have, but still they're not able to just operate at the max level just because of their focus or their schedule and all that, right? And who knows how to solve problems, right? But because once you get on the program, your level of performance and the way you think, right? So you're gonna maximize every single thing, right? Your decision making power, your like creating SOPs, right? Creating more onboarding presentations, making the process more smoother, all that stuff, right? It's gonna help you to take better decisions on based off like your performance, because it depends a lot on how you're feeling and how you're thinking and how sharp are you like while operating, while working, right? I would definitely recommend even people who are starting out, who are at 15, 20K, they should definitely think about to get on the program, right? Because I believe it's really beneficial, man. This stuff that I gained from your guys' program, it has a huge ROI.
What's like what's you say huge ROI? So I mean, I want to justify that in my head when I hear huge ROI. So what's that huge ROI? You know what I mean? What's that like that biggest
Huge,
win?
the biggest win is again as first of all like it was very subjective to me. Like first thing is like my service delivery or how I treat my clients changed after I joined with you guys, because you guys really take care of your clients. You will be like you don't want to let any of your clients, I believe, go, or even in terms of like how they're feeling. You really solve the problems right away, right? You guys are on top of your things. And secondly, if you talk about the return of investment that I received is again in terms of my focus levels, because having all the metrics and all the numbers, right? But I would like even in the future, I would know what are the things that I need to fix in my life in order to like make sure I'm operating at the max level for my business. Because we talked about three things, right? What's your priority right now? Is it your physique? Is it your business? Or is it the socializing part? Right? But my priority was business. And you guys, I followed the program really focused towards the things that I need to fix in order to operate in the max level. And now I have you guys have provided tremendous information with the supplements, right? Because I was sick. I'm allergic, right? So the dream stack that you guys sent me, right? I just started having that. I was sick last week. I just had it for 2 days and I was back to work at the max level just within 2 days. And
Nice.
these type of things, right? It's gonna really help you for your lifetime.
Nice.
Also, having this walking treadmill, man, this thing is crazy. Like whenever you eat, I would recommend definitely get onto this treadmill before getting to this work, right? If you're working right away after eating, if you're not going for walks and all that stuff.
I'm telling you, man, I'm jealous right now seeing you walk because I have been away from my setup.
You don't have your walking treadmill.
Yeah, I don't have my treadmill with me.
Yeah.
So somebody is potentially watching this at some time in this universe in the future, probably. Somebody's watching this video and contemplating, should I join or should I not join? What would you say to that person in the fence thinking about joining and how this can be beneficial or not be beneficial for him?
I don't think they need to think about a second thought that they should join your program or not, because you know your stuff, what you're doing, because of the solid case studies that you guys have, and also the stuff that you guys do. And also, it's not like if you have more clients, I'm not sure how many clients you have. If you have more clients, you're not going to focus because I believe you guys focus on like every single one of your client the way you focused on me, right? So I would definitely say jump on. There is no second thought.
Awesome. Awesome. Perfect stuff. Any closing thoughts?
No, man. Thanks for everything, Mano. You and Nick, right? So it was a good last 3-4 months were pretty like enlightening in my own life. There was a huge changes that I made the last 3-4 months.
Awesome to hear, my man. Awesome to hear. Thanks a lot for this interview and sharing your experience with everyone who's watching. And I hope this helped you gain some insight as well, you watching the video. And let's wrap up.
All right, thanks.
Peace.